up, guys? How y'all doing? Okay, okay. 2020 is still going, and we are all still going through it. And either way, we will pull through it because that is one thing that we are all accustomed to getting through things. So, we have so many things that's happened here all around the world in this year 2020. Two prominent things that has happened um, that I can that I'll mention here is one, the coronavirus. It came out of nowhere, took over everything. It was like a huge blow, you know, in our faces. Um, a lot of families got affected by the virus. Um, People got affected, and even governments and all around the world, which leads to the second thing that I'm gonna mention. The second prominent thing that has happened in this year 2020 is the election, the U.S. election, and I had a prior video to this that in which I mentioned that the US election is so prominent that it affects every single country in the world. So, whether or not you live in the United States, the US election affects you economically or economic wise, social wise, you know, um, philosophical wise. It affects everyone. So, yeah, the US election, um, people had their candidates, Democrat versus Republican, and there was this polarizing division amongst people. Um, and one thing that I just want to mention is that, and I think people really need to really check, is the way we polarize ourselves, especially when it comes to the election. Um, People tend to pick a side, which is good, which is ideal, because I'm always here for the division. Not like division, but I'm always for. Um, I'm hugely in support of people that have a difference of opinion because um, if I notice that you as a person, you have an opinion that's different from mine, I would entertain you because I would like to learn from you. I would like to understand you. I would like to see why you have a difference of opinion. But we have a huge group of sects, I call them sects, that don't want to entertain that. They believe it's their way or the highway. And this is not good. This is not progressive. This is not the best way. Um, the polarization is just not, it's too much. And that's just something that we need to look into as people. I think if we're talking about the group mindset, because I talk a lot about the group mindset, and a lot of people talk about it. And if you check people's account on Instagrams and things like that, you see them all have it there, like the growth mindset. And to me, the growth mindset is absorbing from multiple sources. When I say absorbing from multiple sources, it's that someone has something different that they bring to the table. You have something different that you bring to the table. And they have something different that they bring to the table. And all of this fits together to make a whole huge piece of a puzzle, you know? So every other piece matters. And that is what the growth mindset means to to me in general. And and a lot of people have it, but yeah, like I said, I always entertain people with difference of opinion because I like to hear them out. I like to see their angle. I like to understand their point of view. I like to see if there is a commonality where we can all agree, and then fashion out something progressive from the discussion. Very, very important. Um, now, what I'll urge you guys is don't be one of those that don't entertain people that have an opinion that's different from yours, because that is the quickest way to stunt your growth. I'll say that again. Don't be one of those that does not entertain people that have a difference of opinion, because that is the quickest way to stunt your growth. And if you have it there on your page, or you say growth mindset, whatever, um, and you cannot accommodate people that have a different, point of view, or you cannot accommodate people that have a different puzzle piece from yours, or you cannot accommodate people that look different from you, then you are ideally stunting your own growth, which is not the best thing, because in the real sense you are actually hurting yourself, and you're not hurting anyone else. You're just hurting yourself, which is, I believe, is not what you're planning to do. But like I said, always entertain people with difference of opinion. It's important, and you need it to grow, especially if you have it in mind that you're a leader, or you will become a leader in one respect or the other. A leader does not divide, okay? A leader unites, all right? I'm gonna say that again. A leader does not divide. A leader unites. Demonstrate. This is New York, baby. That's how we roll. Got trend in the video. But yeah, I'm on the street, and this is a very beautiful view. You see that? You all see the water, you see my background. Very beautiful view. I'm gonna let y'all take a look at everywhere. See all that? Such a beautiful view. Yeah, but like I said, a leader unites. A leader does not divide. A leader encourages people with difference of opinion and allows them a place on the table. A leader encourages people to have difference of opinion, because a leader should not, or a leader cannot just rely on his own ideas to support the entire community in this respect. So, yeah, always entertain people that have a difference of opinion. Very important. The more you do that, the more you're giving yourself the opportunity to grow. Very, very important. You see all these people just looking at me like I'm some celebrity. Anyways, okay, so that was like an intro to what I was going to talk about. But what I ideally was going to talk about is looking at all these things that has happened in this year 2020. Like I said, we have two prominent things that happened. Are the coronavirus pandemic was one, and then the second thing that happened was the American election. Very prominent, you know. So those are two key things that happened, and I also spoke about accommodating people with a different, difference of opinion, a different ideology, or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So those are two things. So a lot of questions that, one of the questions that a lot of people ask me is, where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? And how do I handle myself? Now that Biden is the president-elect, and um, if the lawsuit Trump is filing doesn't pan out and Biden becomes the president, how do you survive? Where do you go from here? This is the point where I will recommend you go back and study the policies. I mean, the Democrat policies, the Biden's policies, health policies, tax policies, education policies, and figure out how you can walk your way through all those things and better yourselves, and better your family. So the very first thing is to educate yourself, okay? Because without that, if you don't have education, then you stunted. You're done. Like I said, you have to empower yourself. You know what they say, knowledge is power. That's what education does. When I say education, I don't mean like, I don't necessarily mean going to school, whatever. Education is just doing your own research and knowing facts. Because if you don't know facts and all you have is what people tell you, all you have is what the news tells you, and you don't conduct your own research, you're done. Okay? It's that simple, you're done. So the first thing you want to do is educate yourself, understand the policies, understand how they affect you at work, understand how they affect your school, understand how they affect your education, understand how they affect you as a business owner. Okay? So first thing you want to do is educate yourself. And the second thing I will emphasize is the word value. One of the things that I'll make a more concise video, because I was just walking around and I had all this thoughts, coming into my head, and I just brought out my phone. I was like, let me just make a video, and I just decided to make a video. But one of the things that the Democrats are planning to do is increase minimum wage from $15 to like 17, 25, something like that, whatever it is. And to the majority, that's a good thing. In fact, maybe that's why a lot of people voted for the Democrats, But the question is, how does that affect you? How does it affect the economy? How does it affect your family? How does it affect you as a business owner? How does it affect the small businesses? How does it affect large businesses? Like Amazon, Walmart, huge businesses like that. Is the minimum wage taking small businesses out of business? Or is it giving the opportunity to create more small businesses? These are the kind of things you want to look into. So, like I said, educate yourself. Very important. Always look for facts. Always look for numbers. Don't let the government just come and slap you in the face. Never let the government just come slap you in the face with some myth and a guess number. Conduct your own facts, because that's how you make informed decision. That's what your goal should be, making informed decisions. So you look into that and make like informed decision. Very important. So I was gonna say something. Okay, so I was saying something about the minimum wage. That when you know the number, then you can figure out how it's going to affect you, in the long run, and even in the short run. And that way you can make, informed decision. Very, very important. And Yeah, I feel like I hope I didn't even miss my direction. But yep, um, the key, to this whole thing is to educate yourself, and the second thing is the word value. So I was talking about the minimum wage, and I was emphasizing how you can cross right here. So I was emphasizing how you should look into the minimum wage and how it affects everything around you, which is very, very prominent. You need to know how those things work and how and who benefits from it in the long run. So I said the word value because that is very important. You know, you need to understand that minimum wage is for it benefits those who are at the lowest level of the hierarchy. That's why they're all fighting for minimum wage and different stuff. Um, so yeah, you need to understand that. So the word value is how do you improve your value, your skill sets. It's very important that you understand how you improve your value and your skill set. So the question is, how do you do that? Because if you don't improve your value, if you don't add more value to yourself, you will be, struggling with the minimum wage, and you will just be with the bottom feeders. Basically, that's what they call them, the bottom feeders. But if you understand the word value and you add more value to yourself, and ways, there are several ways by which you can add value to yourself, by educating yourself, by learning new stuff, improving your skill sets, um, saving more money, um, opening a business. There are so many things you could do to add value to yourself. So the word value comes in. How do you improve your value so you don't join the bottom feeders? Because if you don't, that is all you're going to be. You're just going to be with the bottom feeders. So you add value to yourself, you don't join them. All right? So that's the main thing. Educate yourself, understanding value. How do you improve your value? How do you add more value to yourself? How do you add value to your society? Because if you want to become relevant, let's just forget about money. Because yesterday I was talking about money doesn't solve all your problems. But let's forget about money now, and we just focus on the fact that you just want to help more people. I believe that is how most billionaires became billionaires today. They became billionaires by solving problems of billion people. Uh, and that is where value comes in. Because by solving other people's problem, you are adding value to their lives, and you're also adding value to your business. So you understand the aspect of, oh wow, that's a nice place. So you understand value, and you understand how to bring it, how to add value to yourself, how to add value to others, and how to add value to your community. If you can understand those things and improve yourself in there, in those areas, I guarantee you that regardless of who's the president, regardless of if it's Democrat or Republican, regardless of whoever it is that becomes the president, or whatever it is, coronavirus that's hit the world, I guarantee you that you will still pull through, and you would live a meaningful life and a purposeful life, because deep down inside you, you would know that you have done something meaningful, not just to yourself, but also, for people around you, for the world around you. You have improved people's life, and there's nothing, there's no better feeling in the world than the feeling of knowing that you have added meaning and purpose to people's life around you. You understand? So yeah, Um, 2020 is still on, and we're all still here, and we're all still surviving, like we always do. And it's just ideal and powerful that the feeling that whatever happens, you're still going to make it through. It's a very powerful feeling. It's an empowering feeling. To me, that's the whole point of empowerment. For you to know, to have that mindset that, you know, come rain or come sunshine, I will pull through. And that's the mindset that keeps us all going, you know. So that's pretty much the core of what I was going to talk about because I'm about to get to wherever it is I'm heading. I just had this hunch to talk about this in the video because a lot of people have been asking me multiple questions, and it's not that I'm ignoring what the questions that I'm being asked. Um, but yes, before this year runs out, I want you guys to make a commitment to yourself, and whatever your commitment is, you could comment it below. I want you guys to make a commitment to yourself to add one skill set to your list of skill sets. And make a commitment to add value to your life, and also make a commitment to improve at least 7 people's life. However you do it does not matter. It might just be you going out there and you see 7 homeless people, and you give them all maybe $1 each. Those 7. You could do something as little as that, or you could do something as bogus as going to 7 schools and just providing lunch for 7 classroom students, whatever, or volunteer to serve in a non-profit cause. But the whole point of it is educating yourself for the purpose of having facts and adding value to yourself and people's life for the purpose of finding meaning, or having or for the purpose of living a meaningful and purposeful life. So don't forget the base of this video. And this video is going to benefit you regardless of who is in office as the president of the United States. Oh, this is a nice place. I've always wanted to get pizza from you. Or regardless of the pandemic. You understand? Regardless of this or regardless of the pandemic. But yeah, that's about it. I'm about to get to wherever I'm going to. I'm about to hit the gym. I'm gonna upload this video, and also I'm going live in a few minutes, so you guys will have the chance to probably work out with me. Good thing, right? Okay. So yeah, peace and love, guys. Keep that in mind. Always find facts so that you can make the best decision, make informed decision. And the second thing is value. Do things to add value to your life. Do things to add value to your friends and people around you. And do things to add value to your society. Very important. Okay? And then I'll see you guys around. Alright. If you are not subscribed to this channel, please click on the subscribe button. That's going to really help me. This is like my full-time job. And my purpose is to help people find their purpose. I'm obsessed with helping people grow, and I believe we are all together in this growth, in this pursuit of growth and development. So, yes, we are building a community. Please click the link, click the subscribe button, and let's expand in this community of people with growth mindset. Until next time, take care. Bye bye. I'm already at the gym. You see my gym? So right there, Planet Fitness. Take care. Bye bye.